Hi, how are you? Welcome to Kamik's Tropical and Organic Farm. Today I want us to quickly look at composting, and we are going to give you a guide of how we do our organic composting. Decomposing of organic matter, which is done by the microorganisms and the fungi that are available in most of the farm products, is the process of composting. And when you're doing your composting, you're advised to maintain high standard of measures, so as you achieve the correct quality of manure by the end of the process. So for us, what we do, we have three main components. We have the manure, which is rich in nitrogen, which we have already decomposed it, and this one we got from the beans, as you saw we did harvesting. If you have not seen, I will urge you to go back to our previous clips. Then number two, we will use some greens. The greens is what we have been removing as weed from the farm. So this is the second component of our compost. And the last thing will be woody dry ingredients, which for us will use maize stalks that we have already harvested from one part of our farm, and they have totally dried up. Then we'll also add some ratio of water, turn it over, then we close up and give it at around 6 to 8 months. The process that we are doing right now, we are going to use it in next year's planting season, which is in February next year. So when you're planning organic, plan before and start decomposing your manure early enough. So what you require is a section which you will bisect it, or you will put the pile. You will have it 2 meters wide, 2 meters long, and 2 meters deep. That is the surface that you need for your composting. And this manure, once it has already been cured, it will cover around a half an acre to 1 acre of land. So for us, that will be enough for our next planting season, before again we require to do manure. Then aside from the content of the ingredients for the composting, which I've given you, and the measurement for the size of the area where we're going to do the decomposing, you're also advised to ensure that you have the correct ratios, like the ratio of the nitrogen manure to the greens to the wood, dry wood, is 10% to 45% to 45%. So that only means that you need 10% of the decomposed nitrogen green manure. Then you need 45% of this pile should be green, which is still green. As you're seeing, we are adding green on the pile after we have added the manure. Then you also require another 45% of dry wood. For us, the dry wood, we have cut it into chips. Then when you're done with this, you will add, for us we are using the 20-liter bucket. We'll add it 3 times, and this is so that you can give the correct environment for the microorganisms and the fungi to do their natural process of decomposting this manure of yours. So you make sure that after you have done the pile, which is the first pile is the nitrogen, the manure, the second pile is the green manure, and the third pile is your dry and woody components of your farm, which you can also use. On the woody part, you can also add the grass that you have cut and it has dried out. Then you add water on this pile. Then after all this, you cover it up. This for us, the season that we are in, it is a bit dry, so the dryness, so this will give the correct atmosphere and environment for the decomposition to take place. So continue to follow us.